last upload so I can stop spamming spamming the uploads, but it's just another important point that I wanted to make. So Mara is a riot, or Mara is a minor. Riot's also a minor. These were falling off the table last week, and we were talking about how that's like not a good sign. But once again, my biggest fault, hands down, is I compare too much to the past, and you know I compare too much to the past, and I try and make it bullish when it's not. So this is pretty much it. I mean, all of these, they all look the same. Coinbase is actually getting ready to take out the low. Riot's doing the same thing as Mara. Mara's doing this, and then MicroStrategy actually doesn't look as bad. But all in all, if these miners take out the low, it's extremely bearish for Bitcoin. It is. They are not linked to the indexes. You can see this is literally the chart from Bitcoin. Made a high in April, made a new high in November. So I would make the argument that Mara breaking down from here is it's not bullish. It's just not. 786 is down here at 1926. If Mara takes out this 1926, I don't see it's just not bullish. It doesn't matter what I think or say. It's just not. So as of now, we are still holding this uptrend, even though it's not really an uptrend. I'm not going to draw anything. You're making higher lows as of now. Mara below 1920 would probably send Bitcoin crashing following right after that, probably below 39,000. So whether or not we want to hear it, that's the reality of the situation. If these miners start taking out their lows, and even Coinbase continues selling off, Mara continues selling off, Riot, if they continue selling off, it's just not bullish, unfortunately. So, I don't really have too much other than that to say. It is what it is. I was one of the people that were saying, historically April's been bullish, and it's just simply not the case this time. So out of the past 5 years, April has been bullish, and starting in May, it looks like past 6 years, five bullish Aprils. So where's the miners? Another thing I wanted to look at was the tether dominance as well. There's actually a couple things I want to talk about in this video now that I'm yapping already. The tether dominance is through to 618 from the local high, so it looks like it's coming back for vengeance. Obviously, a tether dominance breaking out past this downtrend would most likely signal a lower low for BTC as well. So something to keep an eye on as well. 4.65% tether dominance, no rejection at that point, and I would say we're getting ready to go much lower. So this is definitely something we have to keep an eye on. This 4.2 or this 4.65, and it looks like the indices are pulling back finally now. So the SPY is pulling back, NQ is pulling back like hot lava. So we're going down. It's not good. Shorts are piling in again. What was the other thing I wanted to look at? There was one more. Uh, oh, the DXY. So yeah, this was something interesting as well. I don't really look at it anymore, but Fendi posted something in the Discord last night about how we're basically starting a new bull run. I think I briefly mentioned it. I briefly mentioned it in the last video, but I don't really have anything drawn or to say about the DXY. We're at the 786 from the top to the bottom, so a breakout here would most likely send us back to this high, which is interesting because we topped out here on the DXY in 2016, and then Bitcoin had the bull run, and then obviously we topped out here in March 2020, had the bull run. So it would be interesting to see if we actually do get a spike back up here for another bull run like this. Um, but obviously that's just major speculation. Like I said, I don't really have too much else to draw here. And what was that? Pretty sure that was it. What was the other thing I needed to say? I guess that's really it. I'm not going to waste time trying to think about what I was going to say. But the primary point here is if these miners break down below massive support, it's literally not bullish. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Breaking these macro supports is a signal for a huge breakdown. There's not even another support that I can draw here. I mean, if you want to say this, that it's the same area. So I would say we do have to keep an eye on Riot, or not Riot, Mara. If Mara takes out this low down here, we're going down. And the reason it's so important is because Mara actually reversed first before Bitcoin did. So the same thing is true to the upside. Obviously, if Mara reverses, then we'll be okay. But I would say a break below $19 on Mara, and there's just literally no bullish argument. Shorts are spiking again. Longs actually did pull back, which was interesting. I brought this up a couple of days ago, so the longs got it right this time, surprisingly. So I'm not turning like, oh no, like we're not. I still don't think we're capitulating down to 30K, but I'm just trying to highlight certain things we should be looking at, in my opinion. So the miners are being one of them. If the miners reverse here, then that's a good sign and most likely means that the bottom is in. But where is this thing? If there's no bounce here, I just don't see how the bottom is in. So Mara below $19 is extremely bearish. If it reverses here for something like this, obviously that's a really good sign for Bitcoin. You can see that it's kind of forming something like this, but once again, if as long as it's making higher lows, we're still okay. A break below this box would send Bitcoin tumbling probably below, definitely below 39,000, probably into the mid 30s. So in my opinion, if there's going to be any type of bullish argument whatsoever, it has to happen right now. If we break down from here, it is not bullish at all, in my opinion. So Riot's a little lopsided because Riot actually made a lower low here when Mara didn't, and neither did MicroStrategy. So it's something to keep an eye on. Same type of chart as well on micro. Oh, actually, MicroStrategy did make a lower low, so that's something as well. Interesting. Another thing that peaked in spring of last year, which again signals that this was the top. So, in my opinion, if these miners start breaking down below their supports, there's just no bullish argument. So I keep saying the same thing. I'll end it there. As always, just my opinion. None of this is financial advice, and you always have to do what's best for you.